The Tennessee Titans, a playoff team. They were plus 65 in net points. Their brain trust includes general manager and executive vice president John Robinson, head coach Mike Vrabel, offensive coordinator Todd Downing, defensive coordinator Shane Bowen, and special teams coordinator Craig Aukerman. The quarterback is still Ryan Tannehill. So they had a massive playoff brain fart last year as a team.
Yeah, it got a little ugly. Got a little ugly. I think I lost some money on that game too.
God, did you really?
I think I did. Yeah, I can't. It must not have been much because it would still be on my mind if it was. But I know I was rooting for them.
Okay.
I know I was rooting for them. But anyway, let's look at this brain trust for the Tennessee Titans, who are, in my estimation, on the borderline of rebuilding mode. GM and Executive Vice President John Robinson. When you hold both those titles, kind of like Howie here in Philadelphia, that means nothing happens on this team without you making it happen. He started his administrative and executive career in 2002 with the Patriots, not a bad organization to come from. Started out as a scout and a director of scouting for the Patriots. He served as director of player personnel for the Bucs before becoming the Titans GM in 2016. The head coach is Mike Vrabel, another guy that came over from New England or had his beginnings in New England. He had a 13-year playing career, pretty stellar career too, as a player, as a linebacker. He played for the Steelers and the Patriots and a little bit for the Chiefs at the end of his career. He spent 3 years as linebacker coach and defensive line coach at Ohio State, big-time D1 school, before coming in to the NFL as a linebacker coach for the Texans. That was in 2014. He then was promoted to defensive coordinator for the Texans before becoming the head coach of the Titans in 2018. Nice little resume. Mm-hmm. Offensive coordinator Todd Downing was a defensive assistant with the Rams back in 2006, and he was also an offensive assistant and quarterback coach with the Lions for 5 years, and then served as quarterback coach for the Bills and the Raiders. So there's another one of those guys that kind of started out on one side of the ball and ended up on the other. He was an offense coordinator for the Raiders and a tight ends coach for the Vikings and Titans before he became offensive coordinator last season. Defensive coordinator is Shane Bowen, only a 6-year NFL coaching career here. That means when you have a defensive head coach like Mike Vrabel, this guy, Shane Bowen's got somebody to lean on. Like I said, he's only had a 6-year NFL coaching career as a defensive assistant with the Texans and a linebacker coach with the Titans before being elevated to defensive coordinator last season. The quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, never has been touted as a great quarterback. Almost looked like a bust with the Miami Dolphins before being traded or going over as a free agent to the Titans. Played well with the Titans and resurrected his career, and then fell on his face in the playoffs last year. I don't know what to say about Ryan Tannehill. I really don't. I can't bet against him not coming back or bouncing back, and I can't bet against him being done. But I will say, if I can jump us real fast into roster restructure, these guys picked up a quarterback somewhere along the line, didn't they?
Malik Willis.
Oh, that guy, Malik Willis. That sounds to me like it could possibly be a quarterback controversy. At least the competition. At least the competition. Now, the one thing I will say for Tannehill, he shouldn't panic too much because they waited till the third round to grab Malik Willis. I'm sure they kept their fingers crossed that he would drop that far, but I'm pretty sure they had their eye on him even in the first round after they saw Kenny Pickett go and some of these other guys. they kind of kept their fingers crossed. Willis dropped to the third round. They grabbed him then.
I'm surprised he dropped to the third round.
Yeah, a lot of people are. I'm pretty sure he's going to be their quarterback of the future, though, regardless of what happens this season or next, as far as the competition or controversy about who's going to be the starting quarterback. We'll have to wait and see. Their big losses, Jalen Brown at linebackers, pretty decent loss. Roger Saffold, the offensive guard, is gone. He was a big player for their run game with Derrick Henry, obviously. And Rashaan Evans was a decent linebacker. Not too bad there. How did I? Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Decent draft. Oh, I know. Everybody was real concerned. I know Titans fans were very concerned about losing A.J. Brown. Treylon Burks is a wide receiver out of Arkansas. Super fast, really good hands, nice route runner. I don't know if he can fill A.J. Brown's shoes, but they're sure going to plug him in there and try to make that happen. Treylon Brown's going to be a good player. Treylon Burks is going to be a good player for them. He's their first round pick. Their second round pick was Roger McCreary, a cornerback out of Auburn. Nice player. Let me see. The other second round pick is an offensive tackle out of Ohio State, although I can't say a lot about him. If he's an offensive tackle out of Ohio State, he's going to be good. Okay. Then, of course, we have Malik Willis and we have Hassan Haskins, another running back from Michigan. Pretty decent player, if I remember correctly. Not a guy that was really talked about before the draft, but could end up being a decent player. And, you always need running back depth behind Derrick Henry. So we'll consider that a good move.
All right. So there's your roster for the Tennessee Titans. Oh, man. You're right about the Treylon Burks thing. I mean, when you lose A.J. Brown, that's some shoes to fill right there for a young guy coming in. It'll be interesting to see how he makes out.